Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Kanye, not the West Man, but East Man, and welcome to the 2023 Fortnite Balls SP120. You best believe we're gonna go fast. You best believe we're gonna eat some motherfucking ass. Ain't nobody getting banned from Moon Card tonight. We got a field full of heavy hitters tonight, including Jimmy D. Gibby, Lightweight Newton, Bobby Blazing Homo, Austin Rip My Asshole, No Money, Mo Problems Perry, Master Brayton, Canada Kiani, I Suck Johnson, Preston Copium, Noah Car Crasher, Presley Soares, Zach Not Zachary Tico, and of course, the Bong Master Supreme, Wilstopher Williams. Strap in, strap on, drivers start your engines.
Hey, I messed it up. Welcome back. That's not the right freaking input. This is getting off to a great start. What is good? What is popping in your lives, fans of fake racing? We are back with the PresleySora.com GAVARCA Racing Series. It is the finale. It is the Bois Racing Network 100 from Bristol Motor Speedway. We are stoked to bring you 100 laps around this racetrack, and I'm Joe Donahue, bringing it to you live on Twitch, and then we'll pull it back onto YouTube for the future of the entire rest of the world. Wow. Is that not crazy? So, like I said, it's race 10. We are here for 100 laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. We've just jumped into the final qualifying session of the season of the series for this run of 10 races. We've got a large crowd. We've had as low as 13 drivers in some of the races up to tonight. We are back up to a solid number. I can't get this to show you a race car for save my life. But here we are. We've got all of them out on the racetrack. Names coming back like James Gibson, Presley Sora, Aiden Walker. Got some new names on the grid that haven't been out here yet this season. Victor Valley, Cirrus Gorange, they are here. Rudy Valentine is here. Brayton Laster is here. Harry Grindell out of the United Kingdom is here. It's a great time. So, basically all Aiden Walker has to do is start this race to win the championship. That is really all that is needed from the 93 car to be the GAVARCA PresleySora.com Racing Series champion for this 10-race schedule we've had. But we got 100 laps around to have some fun and round out this season with some slide jobs and some fiend behavior. They said, I'm not out of control, I'm just out of they control, and boy howdy if I could tell you that I was living that large today, and we are still ready to go somehow or another with this race tonight. Let's watch along. Gavin Newton was out on the racetrack. He's going to try again here. Qualifying is 2 laps for every individual to put the fastest lap up on the board that they can. Presley Sora and Aiden Walker holding the front row as it currently stands. The 2 standard drivers to start from the front row in this season. So, as we tick away at the clock, looks like Aiden Walker is done. So we'll actually probably save him for later. But another guy who's done is Presley Sora, and we can bring him down into the booth and get him on the stream. Presley Sora, this is qualifying. You got a copy up here?
I've got you.
Presley Sora, a fiendishly good-looking fellow. Presley, you are currently sitting at the top of the board in this qualifying session. It's the last race of this season. You sponsored the series. What do you got for us here at Bristol? What are you going to try to do to round out this championship?
Truthfully, I don't even know if the championship is in reach, but I'm going to go out here and do my best to lead every single lap and make it as tough on everybody to get around me. So we're digging, as you can see from the qualifying run. I was even faster in practice. Took a couple Hans device snapping worthy crashes in practice, so we'll see if my head's unscrambled by the time the race starts. But other than that, I think we should be pretty good tonight.
What could you say about Actually, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Did you have fun this season? Have you enjoyed this?
Yeah, I've had fun. I think the points gap should be a little bit closer, but I keep stepping on myself. So, Lime Rock, we had a little moment up there towards the lead, let Aiden get some points, and then there's been just a couple little sporadic deals like that. But yeah, it's been fun. I've enjoyed lapping my friend Bobby and watching my other friends crash, and sometimes avoiding it, sometimes not. So hopefully this will be a good race tonight. We've got what, like 27 cars, I think,
Yep.
here this evening.
27. Yeah.
So it should be a pretty good race. Based on practice, believe it or not, the bottom is the fastest. So
Wow.
that doesn't happen very often here on the old iRacing machine at Bristol. So with that being said, I'm sure the top will be pretty quick in the race. But when I went up there in practice, I couldn't get any grip at all. So if it's a bottom-heavy race, there's going to be dudes sending each other to the moon and back, and probably all the way up to the big old jumbotron in the middle of the racetrack. So we'll see what happens, but should be pretty fun regardless.
Awesome. And what do you think about the tire situation? You guys are going to get 2 extra sets to go through this 100-lap race. How are you feeling about the strategy for that?
I didn't even know that. 2's not very many. But I guess if we run a bunch of green flag laps, which I'm not really expecting, then 2's all right. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I didn't really run long enough of a run to see how much the tires matter. But I think it's going to be pretty tough to pass without just sending the dude out of the way. So I think even with fresh tires, you're going to have trouble getting through the field. So I think track position's key. And when you put on the freshies, you better make sure that everybody else is going with you, because if not, you're going to have some trouble. So better get aggressive, use chrome horn, and make sure people remember it the next day.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much for that rundown. Before we get into things tonight, Presley, good luck. It looks like you probably will be starting from pole. There's only a few guys you can go out and even try. So looks good for you to start off the last race of the season from the top, which if we were ranking everybody by good looks, you'd be up there as well.
I appreciate it. I think you'd give me a run for my money there. But
maybe like
say,
that thing when we used to play NASCAR games when we were little where you'd drive backwards, like you'd be in last and you just turn around and go backwards. That might be that would be equitable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I'm going to give an over-under, by the way, of 10 laps before James Gibson causes a crash. So I'm going to go under. But
all right.
If you're taking the over, good luck to you.
All right. Well, I appreciate that, Presley. I like that a lot. Good luck for the show tonight, and thank you for your continued support of this series.
Absolutely, Joe.
Yeah, man. All right. That's Presley Sora, and we've got about 3 minutes. And let's see who else we can talk to here. We may as well. I think let's get Ronald Swikey down in here. Let's get Ronald down. Ronald, we got you on the broadcast. You got a copy, brother?
I do have a copy.
Ronald, you're a little bit further down the order here in qualifying. Wanted to get your take on Bristol as you go into this final race of the season, your final showing with the GAVARCA Series in this season. What do you got in store for us? What are you feeling about Bristol Motor Speedway?
I absolutely love coming to this track. Such a beautiful part of the country. So much fun. Love ripping around. Car just wanted to push in qualifying. Couldn't quite get it to turn at the end of the corner. A little bit of tight off. So we'll have to see what that does in traffic. And hopefully it'll be. Hopefully we can make a couple adjustments and make it a little bit quicker for the race.
How do you feel about the tire situation? There's only 2 extra sets in this race for you guys to use for the 100 laps.
Fortunately, we got the Hoosiers, the Generals on it, so they hopefully will last a bit longer than the Goodyears have been the last couple times the big guys have come here, but we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Well, you know what they say. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Wrong General, but like the idea.
Yeah, well, thank you for popping in here, your continued support of the series, Ronald. We'll go let you get ready for 100 laps around this track. Good luck tonight, brother.
Absolutely, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, fantastic. And I guess we'll get one last person up in here. All right, little man, we got you on the spotlight. Bobby Blazer's in here.
Little man. All right, first off, I want to shout out Joe Donahue, Gavin Carr, because he's a beast.
Thanks, man.
I've never met a bull like him.
That's fact.
10 out of 10 speed weeks. 10 out of 10 speed week races.
I did do that.
And it's for IndyCar. Indy 500 IndyCar. He's a beast. Y'all need to check out his YouTube at Joe Donahue GAVARCA. 7-Up logo, stop motions, Lost Speedways. He's a beast. What a beast. Second, I'm not a little man. I'm taller than Joe, and that's fine. We don't need to have a height off, but it is what it is.
I think I've photographic evidence that's not true, but
Joe,
maybe it is.
okay.
I don't know.
We gotta start a conversation.
What's up, Aiden Walker? Where did you come from?
Can we send a car to the drag strip at Bristol Motor Speedway?
How did you get in here?
Yeah. I was in the middle of my interview, Aiden Walker.
This is your new conversation.
Can you set?
You
Damn.
interview him about this.
Who's running this broadcast?
Damn.
Who's running
Trump.
this broadcast? Oh,
Jimmy Kimmel's running this broadcast.
Okay.
Charlie Kirk's running this
Okay,
broadcast.
we're gonna get him out of here. Honestly, Aiden, I don't think you're gonna get someone onto the drag strip.
If you get a fast enough car, I
What
think
car
it's
is fast enough
If
to
we
do
run-
that?
But we can run a car up the grandstand. And
Can
maybe
you?
Make even. Who knows?
Why- You can't come. We're looking at the back end of people. That's crazy. How are you gonna get in the grandstand to do that?
We just, you know what they did with the Supercross thing at Chicagoland, where they removed the catch fence and things.
But you
We
can't
gotta,
remove the catch fence in iRacing.
Well,
Well, what? I'm waiting.
I think that's all I gotta say. You can drag me out now.
Okay. Well, Aiden, congratulations. You pretty much just have to take the green flag to take the championship. We'll probably talk to you after the race is over, but looks pretty good for you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, Aiden Walker's back down there. About to get ourselves canceled. That was crazy. Starting grid on the screen. Presley Soar is your pole sitter. Oops. And as they roll off, Aiden Walker to his outside. James Gibson and Rudy Valentine, two good drivers in this series, are going to roll off row number 2. That is a duo to watch as we move through this race. Victor Valley in their first race back in a long time. Driving car number 83 will go from 9th place on the grid, and right behind the 83 car is the 89 car in what is Cirrus's first race back in quite some time. Cirrus Gorange, that is. Coming through the rest of the field, this is 17th through 24th. A couple names we've seen a few times this season, like Nolan Sanford, Bobby Blazer, Ronald Swikey. Some names that are not as common through the whole running of this season. Brett Baldeck, been around a few times. Jaden Gray, Trevor Ward, and then back to the last 3, Mo Perry, Wayne Kennedy, Virgil Stanley. These 3 did not set qualifying times, so they will roll from the tail. All right, 100 laps around Bristol. We are so ready to do this and then not do it again for a little while. Presley Sora in the black with blue, number 67 on the inside. That's your pole sitter. Aiden Walker in the red and white, number 93 on the outside of row number 1. Then you've got the dark blue with some black, white, and orange on the inside of row number 2. And the Ford Mustang is James Gibson. And then the Slipstream Designs, number 40. The pink lettering. It's white, black with some blue and some pink highlights. That is Rudy Valentine. Harry Grindell with the British flag, the Union Jack on top, and the 0-2 going from 5th place is actually scored as... No, that's Sean Daniels. Get the green flags out. Aiden Walker jumps to the early lead. Presley Sora let him take that run, just a really good run off the top side. And as we talked about, the top side's conventionally the dominant line around this racetrack in iRacing, and it looked like that off of the start. Coming through, Brayton Laster dropped pretty far down the order here. It looks like he's okay, but we're going to see what else comes of that. The field spreads out, and the first 2 laps are underway. Presley Sora gaining back the time that he lost on your leader, Aiden Walker. James Gibson in a little battle here for 3rd place with Rudy Valentine. Valentine goes a little high there to get out of the way, using up those tires a lot going down to the inside of the racetrack. You got to get 100 laps out of 3 sets of tires, and these already have a few laps on them. Come back there in 6th place, the pink and white, number 17. Nico Designs on the side as Braden Laster out of the way there. Ruby Estes here in 6th place on your screen there. John Daniels in the 0-2, riding in 7th place right behind. A little battle right side by side. Griffin Jones and Rick Fallis. Fallis falls back This is 8th and 9th, and we are definitely underway in this race. Take a wide angle, see the whole field coming through turn 2 there, down the back straightaway. You can see the outline of the football field down on the inside of the racetrack as the field is single filed out, except for this little group back here. A little bit splotchy on this camera. 7 laps in already. Nolan Sanford running the high line. That's Michael Deitch. Oh, look out, John Chilcheski, and he is around, and we are gonna probably see a caution. Oh, we haven't seen a caution yet. John Chilcheski is still stopped on the racetrack, and there it goes. All right. 8 laps in. And the over-under for James Gibson causing a collision is going to go to the over. Presley Sora, you did not get it. Let's go backwards. Replay here for what happened to John Chilcheski. We saw a little bit of it, but we missed the majority. Car number 92, that's Austin Mongold in the Dr. Pepper Ford Mustang. William Schmidt right behind in the 79 car. So what's going to happen here, Chilcheski's kind of running the middle. Mongold's got a little bit more momentum on the inside, a little bit of contact there. It was contact. I don't think it's net code. And then that's just more contact. The 21 of Adam Harrington going around the outside. Nolan Sanford's going to get a piece as well. Gavin, fantastic maneuvering there from Gavin Newton in the 48 car to avoid all of that. 33 also comes through fine. Who's the 33? I can't find the 33 in timing and scoring. It must be like Brett Baldeck or something like that. So that's what unfolded there. And we keep ticking off the laps. Why don't we go ahead and talk to him? John Chilcheski, involved in that accident. John, we got you in the booth. You got a copy?
I got your copy.
John Chilcheski, a little bit of a turnaround there. Austin Mongold on the inside. Can you give us your perspective on what happened coming out of turn number 2 right there?
Just lack of patience from him. I mean, it's early in the race. There's really not a reason to be trying to throw it in like that. I mean, I'm trying to make a normal arc. And next thing I know, I'm going around.
Mm-hmm. How do the tires feel? Did you replace them, or are you just going to thug it out for a little bit because you only got a few sets to play with in this race? How are you strategizing off this now that you've spun out?
I'm going to see how they look. They don't look terrible. Just a little warm. Damage is the thing I was most worried about.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, and when you say you throw it in there, Austin Mongold threw it in there, but could you throw it back, John Chilcheski?
I wasn't trying to throw it back, if that's what you're asking.
Well, fair enough, John Chilcheski. I'll throw you back up there, get ready to hit this restart, as well as, I don't know, somebody who hits something. Chris Brown, or maybe that's too soon. Anyway.
Ooh,
that's
a tough one.
Thank you for coming up in here, John Chilcheski. Good luck the rest of the way through this final race of the season.
Thank you, sir.
Nice stuff. All right, we are getting them lined back up to go. We will come back to lap 13 of 100 when we hit the line. And Aiden Walker will have control, but will Presley Sora be able to take advantage of having the outside line? Sans what he had when we took the green flag the first time. Caution flag number 1 of the night is coming to a close with Aiden Walker leading. You still got James Gibson and Rudy Valentine in the second row, and the green flag comes back out, and a hell of a jump from the 93. Aiden Walker's back to the point. No problem from 93 car to jump back out there. Look out. Holy shit. Okay, we're good. Rudy Valentine on the outside. James Gibson on the inside. Third place goes back to Gibson. That dominant line is the bottom line. Harry Grindell still sitting there in 5th place in the darkish, kind of reddish mid whatever, and white, number 70. John Daniels with a nice run on the outside of Ruby Estes goes to 6th place on the grid. Bobby Blazer, Cirrus Gorange, they're getting into a battle here. 2 white Toyota Camrys actually make it 3 with William Schmidt now in the picture. There goes Blazer around the outside. He's up to Rick Fallis in the 03 car, now to the outside of the purple and yellow machine. And right in front of Rick Fallis is Victor Valley, back in their first race with this series this season. Solid job staying inside the top 10 as we run through lap 16 and on to lap 17. The top 3 still kind of all stuck up together. Gibson looking to the inside of Sora. put his nose in. He did not make contact. He actually had to go a little bit long into the corner, slid up the racetrack, but he's holding on to third place now and gets a hell of a run through the middle of 3 and 4. Man, that was closing rate, intense closing rate from the 75 car. All right. Well, we got things looking pretty good. Blimp cam time. Check out what's going on all over the racetrack here. There's James Gibson running in third place, kind of running a lane up off the bottom and then cutting back inside, having a nice run down the straightaway. Cut it back to Cirrus Gorange. We're looking at a possible 3-wide situation as he goes to the inside of Bobby Blazer. Got Austin Mongold in the 92 right beside him. In contact with Blazer. Blazer's in the wall, and Blazer is going to go around, and we've got William Schmidt. Oh, and Michael Deitch into it too. And, the 23 car, Wayne Kennedy in there. Tough break. Hell of a hit there for Wayne Kennedy off the side of the car. It was an interesting way to make contact. That car crabs down the back straightaway, and lap number 21, brings us caution flag number 2. We'll go backwards and watch what happened with Bobby Blazer. Click, click, boom. One more. Back straightaway, 3 wide. And then goes to 2 wide. Schmidt backs out of it. Coming through 3 and 4, you're going to see Gorange and Blazer stay side by side through the corner. These 2 white cars. And then when we hit the exit of 4, we're already making contact. Blazer goes up to the wall. Hits that outside piece. Schmidt's in the wrong place, wrong time. Newton slides into that as well. Mongold gets a piece. He goes for a 360 as well. Blazer gets the worst end of this piece. And then in comes Michael Deitch. Hard lick off the 79 car. Ronald Swyke barely avoids this. And then Nolan Sanford just barely skimmed the wall there coming through. And then the 23 of Wayne Kennedy, unfortunately, off the front of John Szulczewski. And that's what's going to cause the yellow. Let's bring him in here. We'll talk to Bobby Blazer at the end of that accident. Bobby Blazer, the floor is yours on the caution that we just brought out.
I'm looking at the replay now. It looked just like a racing deal, I hate it for Playboy Cardi, who spent all this money to sponsor my car. I hate it for Opium, who spent a lot of money to sponsor this car. I hate it for Running Racing Designs, who spent a lot of money to sponsor this car. I hate it for Joe Donnie, who got my car, who spent a lot of money to sponsor this car. It's status quo, for this series in my season, but it's okay. Working on it. I've been trying hard to get my program, music racing, back up in the top echelon of motorsports, but it just hasn't been working. So we're trying, man, and it sucks, but I am Music Motorsports. I am Charlie Kirk Motorsports. We've been trying, man. We've been trying.
Is this what it takes to be the music, Bobby Blazer? Is this what it's all about?
Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, and that's kind of how I feel about it. So.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, Bobby. We'll throw you back in there. It was a pleasure to tune the dial to AM radio and get you up here for a little bit.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, we're back at it here. Aiden Walker with a hell of a jump off the first restart we had here from the first caution. And caution flag number 2 is going to come to an end. Aiden Walker is going to bring us back to the quarter mark of this race with a hell of a jump again. Absolutely catches everybody out. I wouldn't say sleeping, but it definitely did catch everybody out. And the green flag comes back out again. We are back to racing. A little static cam action there as we get them back up to speed. On to lap number 27 we will go when we come past the line again. Griffin Jones and Ruby Estes back here having a nice little battle. Looks like Harry Grindell is also having a battle with John Daniels right in front of him. Holy shit. Well, he saved it. Griffin Jones almost lost it in front of the whole field. 53 car with Lucas on the front. Now with 3 wide, Orange puts the 53 in the wall. Second time he goes down low on somebody that ends up hitting the outside wall. That one I wouldn't quite say is Sirius's fault. And Griffin Jones going to start dropping back a little bit here. See that number 4 car checking in with Ronald Swyke. Swyke down to the inside of Brett Baldeck in the 33 car, scored as the 88. Dirt Vision on the side. It's a good looking race car. and Swikey through to 14th in running order. Kind of surprised Nolan Sanford's as far back as he is in the 52 car. Nolan's had some good runs in the last few races, just not quite doing it tonight, or at least maybe he's holding off a little bit. Maybe he's just trying to conserve the car. Maybe not quite his fault. Aiden Walker still easily leading the way up at the front. We're going to come up to the third of the way mark here in this race in just a few turns. Walker over Sora, and now Rudy Valentine has made his way up into the third running position. Try to ride on board here and go inside with number 40. And this is sort of an exaggerated view because we're sitting aside of Valentine in the car rather than in the driver's seat. But more or less, this is what you get to see for the entirety of this race. As Valentine coming up on the third of the way mark. Off the corner, nice, easy exit. Valentine's got a hooked up race car right here. Back at it again. And this is the end of our onboard with Valentine as the field's kind of spreading out at the front end here. Looks like the gaps are pretty consistent up at the front. Gorange is the first driver to really be mixing things up. Going to the outside of John Daniels in this 02 car, red, white, and blue. It's got a spec map on it, makes it shiny. It's a good-looking race car. Victor Valley doing a good job with the Chevrolet. Right behind that 83 car goes to the outside. Valley hasn't been with us in a while and showing some stuff there. He gets a little piece of the outside wall. It's not going to do too much damage, but definitely don't want to be doing that too often. Rick Fallis, Gavin Newton, William Schmidt, Griffin Jones having a nice little battle here. 2x2 into turn number 3. And Fallis is going to fall back a spot. Maybe Schmidt goes to the outside trying to look. We're going to have to see if the tires fend better on the outside as we run further into this stint. And Gavin Newton around the outside. William Schmidt going to try to follow now. It looks like the top side is gaining some momentum on the 03 car. Griffin Jones to the inside there behind the 53 car and the 52. And Schmidt's in the wall. He's going to lose out to Griffin Jones and Nolan Sanford and drop back to 14th place running. 2x2 in front of him. Sanford a little tap of the wall through the corner up the racetrack. There's Gavin Newton going around, trying to at least go around the outside of Rick Fallis. And they are still the most exciting battle on the racetrack right here. This group of 4. Sanford and Jones side by side. Oh, we got somebody in the wall. Who is it? Heard it. Yellow flag's out. It's not Michael Deach. I think Adam Harrington's involved in this. John Shulcheski might also be involved as we come to lap number 3. And let's hit the replay back and see what happened. All right, so we're getting lapped by Presley Sora in the 21 car. This is Adam Harrington. And goes to the inside. Rudy Valentine. Contact there. And then Gibson's going to come in. Probably like a freight. Gibson tried to get out of that. He tried to slow it down a little bit and put Harrington into the wall. Don't know if we've got Harrington in the server, but we do have James Gibson. So saw it on the screen there. Saw what happened with the lapped car. Now we got JDG, James Gibson, the superior-looking JDG.
I mean, you know.
What are you going to do? What did you see from your perspective in your Runnings Racing's Designs Ford Mustang?
So that was a weird situation because I thought he was going to come up further than he was because Rudy kind of cut down to the bottom. I don't even know who that was. Who's the guy I ran into?
That was Adam Harrington.
Adam Harrington. Never heard that guy's name in my life. So I don't think he did anything wrong, but he kind of like didn't commit to what lane he wanted to be in. He was so far off the pace, and Rudy cut down below him, and I thought he was just going to run it up to the wall, and then so I started to cut down. I slammed the brakes, and I kind of just ran over him. It's my fault because I should have just not hit him, but it was just a weird situation with Rudy cutting down, and then he kind of was like between lanes. So it's unfortunate. You know, that's Bristol. It's lap traffic. We're going green here. Frankly, it's an honor to be here in the presence of better-looking JDG.
You're always in the presence of the better-looking JDG.
Well, I mean, I'm
because you are the better-looking JDG.
That's high praise coming from the JDG.
Well, no, I'm gonna throw you back. You're literally racing again. Good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. JDG back up on top here. A couple guys pitted there under the yellow. He was one of them. Presley Sora was also one of them. I think maybe he's trying to split this race into threes with the halfway break as well. You're going to take off a couple extra laps there. So Cirrus Gorange just fucking spun ass out, and a yellow flag's going to come out. That might be the call. That's probably going to be this halfway caution. Just check with Gavin. Nice little spin. We'll bring him in the booth real quick. Gavin Newton. Is that going to be your halfway break since we're so close, or?
This is the halfway break.
That's a halfway break. Cool enough. I'll throw you back up there.
Yep.
All right. Beautiful. It was quick, easy. And a bunch of guys coming into the pit lane. Holy mackerel. I see Gavin Newton. Ruby Estes, I think, is in there. Nolan Sanford. You see Jaden Gray in the number 19 car, kind of throwing back to the Evernham cars. A while ago, we are using both of the pit lanes. Rick Fallis is down there. Who else is down there? It's Alex Caldwell. Yeah, there's Harry Grindell. See if there's a pit lane. There is a pit lane camera. So half and half here around this facility. There goes the 0-2 car, John Daniels. Rudy Valentine out of there, Harry Grindell. Side by side for Schmidt and Newton. Nolan Sanford, Wayne Kennedy, Jaden Gray, Brett Baldeck. There's Adam Harrington involved in an accident. In the course, number 21. And your leader is actually Victor Valley, and that's not Victor Valley. That's Victor Valley in the 83 car. Aiden Walker to the outside. Don't think we have Victor in the chat to talk to. We can check in. This guy sitting in the pit lane. Ronald Swikey, Brayton Laster down there as well, halfway. We are here. I'll send it down, check in on him. Brayton Laster, car looks to be stationary for a while here. What is the consensus on the number 06 car?
Yeah, we're out of tires. We brought the wrong tires, and GAVARCA here, Gavin Newton, he said that we couldn't run on our tires, so we're waiting for a couple folks to wreck out, and we're going to go back out here in a little bit once some folks wreck out and we get some new tires back on, or the right tires on this 06 machine.
So where are the right tires right now?
We didn't bring any, and our sponsor backed out for the night, and so flew whoever had on the car, and we didn't have no money. We spent on Waffle House and Papa John's, and so we're just waiting for someone to wreck out, and we're going to steal their tires after they wreck out.
Fair enough. Well, I'll throw you back down there, Brayton. Thank you for the quick check-in there. Yeah, man. That's Pizza Man right there. Yeah, he didn't even have a response to that. All right. Ticker was on the screen throughout the whole yellow flag. You saw it all going down. Brayton Laster, 45 laps behind, waiting for somebody else who can get some tires. Green flag came back out. Great restart for Victor Valley. JDG, a side of Aiden Walker. Holy mackerel. There goes the 53 car, Griffin Jones. That's going to be trouble. And that should be a yellow at some point here as Griffin Jones goes backwards, and there's more cars crashing ahead of him. James Gibson is around. Can only imagine what happened here. Who do we start with? Oh, Presley Sora's got trouble. I think Presley Sora might have been involved. Damn. All right, well, we got to watch back what happened to James Gibson. So we'll watch Griffin Jones first. So Jones is going to be on the outside of Cirrus Gorange here behind Presley Sora. Excuse me. Coming out of turn number 2, he's up top. Fourth caution. Into the wall on his own. Comes down. Gorange is there. Just keeps clipping it. Tough break for the 53 car. And everybody else avoids, all good. But Aiden Walker actually get put... I'll go back one more. So Walker is going to get put in the wall here somehow or another. Gibson is on his inside. And I backed up too far here. So, a bunch of cars getting in the wall. There you see Griffin in the background one more time. And then into the turn. Gibson not barely, not quite clear on Victor Valley. Gets into contact with Aiden Walker. Walker's in the wall. And then Rudy Estes gets a piece. Oh, Presley Sora got a hell of a run there. That's a hard lick for the 67 car. And we know he was in concussion protocol after the practice and qualifying sessions and blew that bitch up. And Rudy Valentine, too. And took every freaking car that was up at the front before into this one. It's a big incident all around. Try to get the champion's take on this. Aiden Walker, big incident there involving a whole bunch of cars, and you were one of them.
Me go down, 75 go up, we spin, we wreck, and die.
Did you actually die?
No.
Mm.
So I guess Presley might... he's kind of in a little bit of trouble, saying that he's kind of like in the pits. I think we're all good since we have fast repairs, but Presley not so much.
Well, so what, you used your fast repair there to get back out on the racetrack?
Yeah, my right front was good, so yeah.
What's the strategy going forward knowing you've used that and don't have that lifeline anymore?
Don't wreck. I think that's pretty simple.
Fair enough. Well, I'll send you back up there, Aiden. Thank you for popping in real quick. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right. Here we go. Victor Valley is still leading this race. Ruby Estes, Austin Mongold back there, Cirrus Gorange, and just restart city for Victor Valley. Car number 83 off the rip. And we've got ourselves back at it here. Ruby Estes gets past and comes back. Cirrus Gorange to the inside in the 89 car. Cirrus going low on the 17, and they stay side by side, and that's going to give Victor Valley a chance to really put a bit of a gap in here as they come down through again through 3 and 4. These laps tick off quickly. We're past halfway. Contact there for Ruby and Cirrus as Harry Grindel is kind of stuck in line in the 70 car there. Austin Mongold right in line as well in the 92. Michael Deitch, excuse me. It's a nice slide there from the 82 car. He's getting freight trained by a whole bunch of faster cars on the outside. Aiden Walker already up to 8th place from 11th off the restart. Walker's got a good race car. Going to the outside of Gavin Newton. Easily clears the 48. And we have a yellow flag. I think it's Nolan Sanford. I think Rick Fallis may be involved in this. At least came to a stop. Why is this happening? All right. Yeah, that's a big bitch. All right. Let's go with James D. Gibson. So there's Deitch alongside Sanford. They've got Valentine and James Gibson aside each other behind. Into the turn, Gibson just kind of runs out of space there between himself and Sanford. Puts Nolan Sanford sideways. William Schmidt slides in. Rick Fallis just barely taps the 75 car and the 79 car. The 79 is actually going to spin the 03 up the racetrack. He gets a bit of the wall. And then the 79 is going to get pieced in. Presley Sora, Brett Baldeck maybe avoided that. Gibson's off the rip. And then John Szulczewski has Rick Fallis cut across his screen. And he stops in time, but it was close. And that's what happened. So, past lap 61, 5th caution. I'll mark that down. Yeah. That's what happened. Who should we talk to here? I'm going to bring in somebody who's a little close for comfort for that incident. We're bringing William Schmidt into the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
William Schmidt, a little close for comfort, like I said, on that caution there, on that little group incident. That was one of the more major crashes of this race in terms of car count, but got through it. What's the strategy for you now that you've kind of seen the way the racing's been since the halfway break with these yellows?
Yeah, I've been trying to get up front, but I don't know. Everybody's so slow, I can't get around them. But yeah, I mean, I've just kind of been trying to mind my own business, weave my way through the field, and unfortunately, almost every incident has happened directly in front of me. So it's been a little hard, but we're trying. We got a little right front damage, I think, from that incident. Somebody turned themselves across my nose or something. But yeah, we're going out there trying to do what we can. I know I have top 5 speed, but I just can't get up there because everybody else is just blocking the track.
That's fair. I was going to say that little bit of damage. I mean, are you getting that repaired enough that you think your car's still competitive, or is that playing into your kind of the thing that you're stalling out behind the other cars?
It doesn't feel bad, honestly. So I think we're going to be fine with it.
Awesome. Well, hope for the best for you. That 79 car. It's the last race of the season, the last chance to go out and really do something cool. So, we'll look forward to seeing you try to at least make it exciting for us.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Oh, Cole.
There he is.
What's up, Cole Freilich?
I gotta turn off the broadcast. Okay, there we go. Hi. I lost a fuel mileage race. We're green, Joe.
We are green. Yes, it's a tire strategy and fuel strategy race a little bit, although we've had a string of yellows. And we've got Victor Valley leading as well, Cole Freilich.
That's a name I have not heard in a long, long time.
Yes,
I hope they're doing well.
Yep, that's a name we haven't had in the series in a while. Victor's got the lead, but it looks like Grindell's going to go to the inside in the 70 car, and Harry Grindell's going to maybe almost make contact with Valley. Valley came off the wall there. 70 car looking to the inside, and this is an interesting race, Cole. Maybe you can talk on behalf of the tires and or the race cars in general, because the bottom side's been dominant at times, but then also there are times where maybe the tire wear fades in and the top side starts having the momentum.
Early on in the run, almost had an incident there, but early in the run, you want to run the bottom, just tire save. It puts the least amount of load on the tires. But objectively, the top side here at Bristol is always the fastest, always has been, really. So you're going to see cars like Aiden Walker really pushing that outside line. I mean, there's still 30 laps to go here, or a little bit over 30 laps, actually. So, I mean, I don't know if it's too early to push, but you definitely got to get the track position in case. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of variable factors that can go into a Bristol race. A lot of guys up front running the bottom here just trying to save their tires when you got I would say about 4 cars from about 4th on back that are just rail riding.
Yeah, it's kind of been that way. There's times where everybody kind of stalls out in line together. But there's been some exciting stuff going on. We got a nice little battle here we're watching specifically with Austin Mongold and John Daniels going around the outside now with Victor Valley. Valley's starting to drop like a rock on the bottom side there, Cole. What can you chime in? Do you think it's tires, or what do you think the deal is with that 83 car dropping so hard?
Yeah. Objectively say that it is tires. Presley Sora just decided, hey, you're in my line. Gonna move Vic up the track. Presley Sora's running a lot further in the back than I thought he would be.
Yeah, but we've had some guys involved in accidents that have put him back there. He's one of them. Aiden Walker got sent backwards. Who has now Aiden Walker's back in the top 3, actually, with Rudy Valentine right behind. Well, those two definitely picked their way back up to the front here.
Yeah, and James D. Gibson. They're starting to pick off these cars that actually stayed out on the tires. I believe Rudy is the only JRI car that actually made it to the show tonight. Isaac forgot to load mine up. Isaac got raided by the FBI, and yeah, here we are.
Well, we're going to be a quarter of the way from the end of this race, 75 laps into it. Your leader is Harry Grindell, Cirrus Gorange in second, but like Cole Freilich just mentioned here in the booth with me, Joe Donahue, that's my name, the tire game has put them there. Aiden Walker, a little bit fresher rubber on that machine, actually can exactly tell you that, well, actually, his isn't much better. So your leader, Harry Grindell, has 28-lap-old tires. Cirrus Gorange has 32-lap-old tires, and Aiden Walker has 23-lap-old tires. So Aiden's not really that much better off, and Rudy Valentine is in the same boat as Grindell, now 29 laps on those. Sorry, I almost said Goodyears. The Generals, for a great low rate,
Joe,
you can get online, go to the General, and save some time.
Well, Joe, I kind of hate to cut the spiel off here, but we have an insane battle around John Daniels and them. Gavin Newton's actually in the fence. But they have just been stacked up the last 5 laps, and I honestly thought we were going to have an incident because Presley Sora went 3 wide, made it work, and everybody kind of squared away now, but it was getting really tight there for a couple laps.
Yeah, this group, John Daniels, Austin Mangold, Nolan Sanford, they've been side by side with other cars for the majority of this race. Been making it very exciting here. We're coming in on 20 laps to go. It seems to have calmed down a little bit for those guys. Can't say the same for the couple behind him. Gavin Newton, William Schmidt, Michael Deitch, and Rick Fallis. And
well, Joe, you're going to have to go up to the front. Rudy Valentin and Aiden Walker really tight off turn 4. That's the battle for the third position. Sorry, Brayton Laster's out there a few laps down. I got a little confused there seeing that car out there.
Yeah, Brayton Laster, way back in last place, was waiting for some other people to retire to get some tires that he could borrow and get out on the racetrack.
Yeah, it looks like he found a set. So good to see the 06 car back on track. Actually holding pretty good pace with our leader right now. But this battle, this is objectively for the race lead once the tires of the top 2 do fall off, because Aiden Walker, James Gibson.
I don't know.
It depends on how quick Harry burns up his stuff. Harry is very well known for burning up tires. So,
what about Cirrus?
Cirrus is an anomaly because that man, very nice dude. Oh, Aiden Walker in the fence hard. James D. Gibson slightly ran him up there, got him up in the dirty stuff, and the car just took off on Aiden. So that's going to hurt the pace of that 93 car. Rudy Valentin now slips into the 4th spot. So good job for the JRI Slipstream Science number 40. But Cirrus is very interesting because he doesn't race that often anymore. He used to race a bunch with us, and mainly Moon Car, mainly OSRL stuff. Or when we would do the classic Arca Night, or Arga Bargas, which is actually like the catalyst for this variation of the GAVARCA League. But yeah, Cirrus, I mean, he's pretty good little all-around driver, so I think he could honestly hold on to the tires for a decent while.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, Grindel really has put a significant gap in between himself and the rest of these guys, and a couple lapped cars as well. I mean, you know, the laps go quick here, and we're coming in on 10 laps to go. Sans a caution. It doesn't look too bad for the 70 car.
Yeah, and I'm curious as to how fast the pace Harry ran earlier there. Because, let's see, Harry ran a 15.375. James D. Gibson's last lap. Oh, it was actually 2/10 slower. He ran a 5.35 to Grindel's 3.75. So Harry is actually making pace right now. Now, James ran a 4.58 there, so the 75 is slower. But I think that also comes down to Harry having a lot cleaner track than the 75, because they were kind of knifing through some lap traffic and knifing through some slower cars.
Yeah, they get past Gorringe there. The 75 already did, and we see Rudy Valentin move into the 3rd spot here on the outside as car number 89 may be starting to fall off, like Cole mentioned a little bit there. A little bit of an anomaly, but generally speaking, had a couple more laps on those tires, and that just doesn't help. So inside of 10 laps to go. Harry Grindel has a 2.3-second lead over James Gibson, as it's now down to 9 laps around. He's got Brayton Laster in tow right behind him in the 06 car. He can use that to his advantage, and that gap is still getting bigger, actually. Gap goes to 2.5 seconds instantaneously there between him and the 75.
And I'm actually wondering if the heat cycle may have worked in favor of Harry's, because James and those guys actually had to run really hard, whereas Harry has stayed on the bottom. He's basically committed like the very loyal prom date your senior year. He is committed to that bottom. He's going to stay committed probably all the way till the end of his life.
Damn, I was that very loyal prom date in senior year. That's crazy.
I was too, and I got dumped 2 days later for it. Anyway, enough emotional trauma for the night.
Damn. Oh, there's another lapped car. Wayne Kennedy in the Dr. Pepper. That's called Dr. Pepper here, number 23.
Yeah, there's now 3 lap cars between Harry and James, so even if those guys were to get there, they would have a lot to fight through.
Oh, in the wall goes Wayne Kennedy, and there's Mo Perry. Mo Perry hasn't been out on the racetrack in a while. He has got 5 laps in, actually, that 54 car, so definitely that machine was behind the wall for the majority of the time up to this point. And this is crazy. I mean, we really have a heck of a run to the finish here in the last race of the championship. I mean, like I said before, Aiden Walker's got the title all wrapped up here as the number 21, Adam Harrington on the outside as Grindel goes through on the inside. Gavin Newton goes by Swikey, and yeah, I mean, we're just watching along. We'll check back in with James Gibson, but the gap's still getting bigger and bigger. Rudy Valentine battling with Gibson. Looking pretty good.
Now, Gavin did send a message to the lap cars to stay on the bottom, but honestly, at this point, I wouldn't tell them where to go. I would just let them do their own thing.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Harry's just been managing traffic really well. Coming to the white flag, actually, right now for Harry Grindel. Final lap of the season, Harry Grindel, I mean, he's so far ahead. Something extraordinary would have to happen here.
Absolutely. So 3 and 4 coming through. This might be a little bit of a shakeup. Not quite who you expected to do it, but Harry Grindel is going to win at Bristol. Harry Grindel will take the Boys Racing Network 100 in the final race of the PresleyStora.com GAVARCA season with the 70 car in 2025. That was a heck of a run through. Just good strategy on those tires. We'll let the number 70 car do his little burnout or celebration or something to round out this one, and then we'll wait and see if we can get Harry in the Discord to talk to the driver who won the final race of this season. First race win of the year for Kamikaze Motorsports.
Walker also, it was probably already stated, but he is your champion for the season. So...
Yes. There goes Grindel. British driver wins at Bristol. How about that? That's maybe not something you would have expected.
Well, that just means Gavin Carr's been colonized.
That stinks.
Yeah, he tried to colonize OSRL, but I shot that down.
I got in an argument about Spain today, so I guess at least it wasn't the Spanish coming over to colonize us.
I mean, it could be worse. You could be taken out in turn 1 at Long Beach by Argentinians. Oh, yeah, there's a victory lane here.
Oh, and he can go up there.
Drive up to victory lane, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the British man doesn't do the burnout up there. That's unreal. So you got your champion and your race winner here in victory lane.
And there goes. They're going to burn it down. Yeah, there he goes. Very nice. Let him burn it down. Is Harry Grindel even in the server?
No. Hold on.
Well, they run the engine. Well, there you have it. We'll bring up the race results here as it has concluded. The top 10 on the screen. I'll wait and see what happens here.
Let me try to see if we can't contact Harry.
Yeah,
Harry here.
If you could do that in the meantime, I'll bring the champion in the booth here with us quickly. Aiden Walker, we said it already. It is official. You are the champion.
James Gibson's a dirty driver. Fun battle with Presley all season. This season was kind of boring until this last race, or really the last 2 races. So, pretty fun season. Again, I'm going to mention James Gibson, very dirty driver, after putting me in the wall with that rat rear. And then, like, I don't even know. But overall, really fun season. Gotta thank Gavin for hosting it, even though this could end up being one of the last ones, so.
Yeah. Well, you kind of whooped ass this season, Aiden. You won a bunch of races. You were the only driver to win multiple for a long period of time. Actually, I think, Presley ended up getting up there, but 4 wins in 10 races has to feel pretty good for you.
Yeah, probably could have been 5 if I didn't decide to be very nice with Daytona, but I want to make sure my team owner would get at least 1 win this season, so that was really good. Somehow got like a proper sponsor for this season by Arcanu Central, so yeah, definitely a weird season, but a fun one.
Good stuff. And who else do you have to thank here and shout out for everything that it took to get the 93 car into the championship position at the end of the season?
Well, I gotta make sure, again, to thank Gavin for hosting this season. Blue Line Tennessee, Cosmetic Company, Lively's Custom Diecast. Yeah, we won't talk about the entire situation right now. Civic Organization Racing. Too bad we couldn't have multiple cars on track, but we kind of did at the end. But Mo, his plane got delayed, so he had to arrive late. So yeah.
Fair enough. Well, thank you very much, Aiden. Congratulations. Thank you for participating in the season, and we will set you free to go drink some rose-scented sparkling water for the championship.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gross.
Well, that's what they were given when you couldn't drink. So I don't know how old Aiden Walker is, but you have to, if you don't know, you have to stay on the safe side. So
yeah. Well, we do have tonight's race winner.
Oh, let's
Harry
go!
Verdell
All
joining
right.
us. Harry, you did a great job staying out on the tires there. Just kind of walk us through what your mind was on the tire wear.
I wasn't too scared about it, to be honest, which I assume that's not the case for everybody because they all disappeared at some point. But no, I wasn't really thinking about it too much. I was just kind of staying nice and shallow on the inside, being nice and gentle, and just kind of not overdriving the corner. The car felt like it didn't have much bite in the right front, especially through the middle of the corner, so I was trying to kind of like just be gentle with it. And that seemed to work well enough. I mean, won the race, but I don't know. The tyre wear isn't something that gave you much cause for concern.
All right, and well, since it's me interviewing you, and usually this comes down to me and you on short tracks, are you glad that I wasn't running tonight?
I was glad a couple of people weren't running, and I was especially glad when we had that caution at the about a halfway point. Just after the halfway point, when everybody fast seemed to be in it, like, that was kind of the moment that I realized, oh, I might do quite well here, actually, because I was assuming that it was going to be Aiden Walker, that it was going to be Presley Sora, or it was going to be Rudy winning this race, because they were the ones that seemed like they were just out and out the fastest and being sensible with their tires, but they kind of got caught up in some mess at just the wrong time, and I just so happened to be in the right place to pounce. I thought I'd gone for the wrong pit strategy with the tyres there halfway through, but apparently luck just kind of made that go from a bad call to a good call, and I just ended up in the right place at the right time to take advantage of it.
Well, you did an awesome job, buddy. And who do you got to thank tonight?
Well, Kamikaze Motorsport, Catgo Racing, obviously to Presley Sora for sponsoring the series, Gavin for putting it on. Very, very fun. It's I literally joined the league on a whim, like 2 races into the season, because I just asked some friends who were here, like, should I not? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, fine. So it's been a lot of fun. So huge thank you to them for putting it on. To Madeline's Next to Normal at the Convergence Theatre Company, to Thomas Sport Tuning. They've got logos on my car here. And obviously to yourselves for putting the broadcast on and streaming it. It's been quite a lot of fun to race here, and it's been a lot of fun to look back over you shouting and screaming as we do all kinds of nonsense.
Well, I appreciate you being a part of the league, and we'll see you down the road, because we don't know when the next one of these deals will be, but we'll see you then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff, Cole
All right.
Freilich. Well done, my man. Well, that's pretty much the end of it. Cole Freilich. Actually, you know what? Let's bring Gavin in here. All right. Gavin Newton, you're in the broadcast booth. The season has concluded. The champion is Aiden Walker. Presley Sora won 2 races as the headlining sponsor, and you're really handsome. Talk us through, at the end of the 10 races, how you feel and what takeaways you have.
Dang, I missed the first half of that, so I hope it was all good words.
Yeah.
Out of all of the races that we did, that was the best one. That might have been one of the best ever. So, you know what? I'm happy with the season ending that way. But I will say this. The 10 races overall I thought was pretty solid. It definitely had its moments. But, I see about one more full season. And I don't know what the future holds after that, but for sure one more full one.
Cool. Well, that'll be exciting. So
Yeah.
are you happy? Are you good with the way things went tonight at Bristol?
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I think that was probably one of the best best ever Gavin Car / GAVARCA races. Like we had a good run to the end. I think this one and Daytona from the beginning of the year. Those were the two best from the season.
I would agree. This was a great race. This was well done, but that's good. Well, you got you're doing a little encore performance for the drivers to have a one little bit more fun run here to wrap up. But anybody you want to shout out and thank for helping put this series on this year?
Yeah. First and foremost, thank you to Presley for sponsoring. You stepped up in a big way to sponsor the series. Help make sure that we get Mr. Joe Donahue to be our broadcaster. So I thank you for showing up through thick and thin to broadcast these. Cole, whenever you would show up and help Joe, it's always nice.
Yes, sir.
All of the drivers for showing up. We had really good attendance basically the entire year. I think with the exception of last week, but I got to thank the OSRO people for working with us with the double. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, that's what I got.
Cool. Well, I would agree. That was fun. And yeah, we had a good time all around. It was a good season. It had its ups and downs, but it ended nice. And it's always good to be around your friends. So thank you very much for everything you do, Gavin. Thank you for putting this on and giving everybody a place to come on Wednesday nights to enjoy themselves with the company of their friends doing something they love.
Of course.
Awesome stuff. And now, get out of my booth. I'm just kidding.
A booth.
The booth. He got kicked out the booth. He runs the whole show, and he got kicked out. Cole Freilich, you watched about 5 halves of races this season. Your final piece before we send everybody away. Some comments from, I see Vic, Michael Deach.
Well, I thought there was going to be qualifying for this encore, and I was going to go use the bathroom, but apparently there's not. But yeah, I mean, it was torture when I ran it, but it was fun broadcasting. I'm kind of glad my Wednesdays really clear up now because between this and UFL, I've been kind of on a grind schedule on Wednesday nights. But yeah, I mean, it's always been a solid league. I think there's always some room for a little improvement, but I think all around for the first season with a full-on, full-bodied ARCA car, it was really good.
Awesome. Well, I would agree with that. It was a good time. It was good to be a part of. And yeah, this car seemed to do us favors for this race. So, all right, we'll stop waffling now. It's time for everybody to go to bed and get up and go to work and get yelled at by their international colleagues again tomorrow. One more run from myself. Thank you all very much for your continued support of this series, whether through Twitch Live or the replays on YouTube. It's been fun to bring the PresleySora.com GAVARCA Series to you. You want to go check out PresleySora.com, all things merchandise and lifestyle from the part-time ARCA driver who occasionally also shows up for this series. But to thank him for presenting, to thank Gavin for running things, to thank everybody who showed up to the races, and especially the people who watched along on the streams. Tonight was only about an hour. That's cool. Gets me on my way as well. But it's been a good time. So thank you, Cole, for helping me with these broadcasts and giving my voice box a little bit of a break on occasion. And that's really all we've got. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens in the future with the GAVARCA series coming back again. But for the time being, hope you enjoyed what we had. And I don't know, get home safe. Thank you, everybody.